going to record what I was going to say to you so that we can all sit and listen to it at the same time. And I call this show Down a Dark Passage. That is taken from a Virginia Woolf book, To the Lighthouse, published in 1927, page 21, in case you want to look up the reference and see if you think it fits with this show or with this talk. So I'm going to begin the talk by letting you know how I came about making this nun series. In the spring of 2002, I sat on my porch many hours mentally sketching out the series to come. Women? Yes, but which women? At that time, nuns were donating their brains for Alzheimer's research, and I was hearing this on the news. I had gone to a Catholic nursing school in the 50s, and at that time, all parts of the body needed to be buried at the same site for the second coming. So I found the news puzzling and provocative. Then, on a trip back home to Kentucky, I was browsing in the magazine section of a bookstore and was curiously drawn to one magazine. In it happened to be an article on nuns. These chance occurrences led me to know what group of women I would photograph next. I began the nun series on Easter Sunday, April the 7th, 2002. When the nuns asked me, why faces, hands, and feet, I explained it this way. When I picture Jesus on the cross, I see, that is, I remember best, his face, hands, and feet. And for me, from an early age, a thing of beauty had a patina. Gaunt, dark, melancholy were descriptions that fit my taste. They cut to the bone and infused me with strong feelings and vivid images. In beginning this series, I felt that I was reaching towards something not visible and needed no description, at least not from me. In fact, I thought I might quit the series if I could explain it. What interests me is the mystery of the whole thing. In preparing this talk about my work, or about this show in particular, I ran upon an article in the June 8 and 15, 2009 issue of The New Yorker about creative writing programs, titled, Show or Tell, Should Creative Writing Be Taught? I'm interested in this sort of article because I took many writing courses, even thinking that writing might be my art form. This also happened in printmaking. When I'm in the print shop making matrices for printing, I wonder if I'm a photographer anymore. Then, when I'm back in the darkroom, I know I'm a photographer. Anyway, there was a part of one paragraph in this article that I said a yes to. I'll read you the paragraph that, in hindsight, may be what this show really is about. It's written by Louis Menand, M-E-N-A-N-D, and he writes about many different programs and many different teachers and styles. And the paragraph that he wrote, that he was quoting Wallace Stegner, was where I really felt there might be a match here. So you can let me know. Menand writes, no one seems to agree on what the goal of good writing is. Anyway, Wallace Stegner, was an Iowa product, possibly the first person ever to receive a degree in creative writing. He founded the program at Stanford by persuading a wealthy oilman to fund a place where returning veterans who wanted to write could get away from their families and hang out. Stegner believed that the purpose of writing was to give readers what he called an intense acquaintance with the author. He said, the work of art is not a gem, as some schools of criticism would insist, but truly a lens, he explained in an essay published in 1950. We look through it, the lens, for the purified and honestly offered spirit of the artist. So, hearing that and knowing what I had put on the wall for this show made me think, yes, maybe, to some people's point of view, they are not gems. But I think what it does give you is an intense acquaintance with the author, the photographer, and possibly the purified and honestly offered spirit of the artist. But I'd love to hear your how you feel about that. you agree with that or if that's important. Thank you very much.